Hi, I'm Mateo, and today I'm here to show you the best method for grinding essence stones in anime Vanguards. Essence stones are very important in this game, and you need to be grinding them before the next big update comes out. So in today's video, I'll be showing you the overall best method as well as a few other ways these are utilized in the game. And if this video helps you out, remember to give it a like and subscribe for more helpful anime Vanguards content. Now let's get straight into this video. Alright you guys, so it is getting about that time. Yesterday I dropped a video on how you can grind for a ton of gems in this game, which is definitely very important to do before the update as well, because you are going to need gems in order to get all the brand new units. But besides getting a whole bunch of gems, I feel like 200k is plenty. The next best thing that you need to be grinding for before the update is of course going to be these essence stones. Now you might not know what essence stones are in anime Vanguards and what they do, but they are very important because they are going to be what you need to actually evolve your mythic units as well as your secret units. For example, if I pick Sung Jin Woo here, which is a very good mythic, in order to evolve him, I'm going to need 30 green essence stones, 10 yellow, 12 pink, and then 1 rainbow. Now, in order to get these pink and the rainbow and all of the other ones, what you're going to want to do is come over here and craft them, and you're going to craft them using green essence stones. So essentially, in order to stock up on a bunch of essence stones, you're going to want to grind these green essence stones because you're going to be able to make them into whichever ones you don't have a lot of. For example, I have like 36 yellow ones here, but only 11 purple. So since I do have 44 green essence stones, I can go ahead and craft 14 of these bad boys really quick. And now I have 25. Now you can only have a max of 50 of these each. And to be completely honest, you are going to need all of those in order to evolve all of the new units that are coming in the update. So before you actually go ahead and grind these essence stones, make sure you come over here and actually craft all of your green, because you can only have a max of 100 of these at a time, and you're definitely going to be able to make 100 of these overnight pretty quickly. So if you do hit that 100 limit and you keep grinding, you're just going to be getting 0 essence stones. And I should preface this by saying this isn't the best way to grind gems. The best way to grind gems I actually explained in my video that I uploaded yesterday, so definitely check that out if you are trying to make gems. But this is specifically just for grinding these essence stones. So in order to do this, you are going to need the program Tiny Task, and I definitely suggest getting Tiny Task for pretty much everything in this game. Make sure that your play speed is on 1x and you have continuous playback on. And then the second thing, you just need to make sure you know what your recording and playback hotkeys are. So now in order to grind these essence stones, you can actually get them from any of these 3 legend stages here. Now honestly, you can clear pretty much all of these in the same amount of time, so it doesn't matter which one you do. What I would suggest you do is that you switch it up every night so that you can get as many of these special items as you can. Essentially, every different act on each stage is going to give you a different type of special item that is used to evolve a certain character. So just switch it up every day and get all of them stacked up, because you are actually going to need all of those items in order to ascend your units to the max. As you can see, all of the mythic units I have are max ascended, so it's very important that you grind a bunch of these extra items. But if you don't need any of those extra items, I just suggest doing the Shibuya Aftermath legend stage, because this is going to give you the best food item in the game, which are these transfigured souls, which give you 100 XP per unit. As you can see, this method works very good because I have 10,000 of these foods. So what you're going to want to do is just pick one of these levels and then start it up. And if you do want to reuse this macro over and over again without having to set it up every time, just make sure you don't change your camera angle. All I usually do is actually zoom all the way out and then go ahead and teleport to spawn, and this is going to make sure you are in the same place. And then go ahead and click yes here, and what you're going to want to actually do is lose the stage from the beginning. The reason why you start this macro at the losing the stage screen is because it's just the most consistent way to start these macros in anime Vanguards. And if you don't do it from this part, then you are going to run into some issues at some point while this macro is running, and that's something you definitely don't want. You want this macro to be able to run overnight all the time. So if you want to reuse the macro, you could sit over here and not change your camera angle so that every time you load in, you can reuse this macro. But if you don't really care about reusing it, you could just start over here to make it simple. But if you are starting over there, you just have to be able to place the units without having this good angle on it. It's essentially the same thing, but I just want to demonstrate for everybody that's trying to set this up. So just pick a good angle that you are able to see everything in, and then you're going to want to go ahead and start this macro. Now when you start the macro, you're going to want to click here in the middle of the screen grinding just a whole bunch of times, because that's going to click away the items at the end in case the macro messes up at all, or if for some reason the stage takes a little longer than it usually does. So I'm going to go ahead and start the macro, begin clicking here in the middle, click retry, and then click yes immediately. And then you're essentially just going to want to play the level like you would with any sort of loadout that you have. And if you do want to finish it as quickly as possible, make sure you place the units here at the beginning so that it can kill them and start the auto skip as quickly as possible. Obviously, that's going to depend on what your setup actually is, so it doesn't really matter what kind of units you use or what kind of upgrades you do. Using Tiny Task, you're going to be able to mimic whatever you do as long as it's able to actually defeat all of the units that come out, as well as the boss on wave 15. So as you guys can see, my loadout here is destroying this boss, which is perfectly good, just what we wanted. And then once this screen actually ends, what you're going to want to do is start clicking, and you're going to want to click for a lot longer than it actually takes for the items to go. Click for maybe about 10 to 15 seconds longer. So we're going to go to like 5:25 here, and then we are going to end the recording. So from here on out, that is pretty much it. Every time you do one of these levels, you are going to get between 1 and 3 green essence stones. Now let's say on average, every single one of these runs that you do, you get around 2 green essence stones, and it takes about 5 minutes to do that. That means that it's going to take you about 50 runs in order to get maxed out green essence stones. So 50 runs at an average of 5 minutes per run is 250 minutes, which is just a little over 4 hours in order to max out your green essence stones. This is very good. You are also going to be able to get 30 gems every single time you do this, as well as a piece of food and whatever specialty is of the stage that you pick. Now these gems are pretty bad in terms of other things that you can currently grind in Anime Vanguards. I believe this averages out to like 9,000 gems a day if you do this for 24/7. Now my video I dropped yesterday teaches you how to get 40,000 gems a day, so I definitely suggest doing that if you are only going for gems. But you should take around 4 hours out of your day in order to grind these essence stones, just so you can stock up and be ready to evolve all of the new units that you get in this update. So once you do have the recording set and you are on playback speed 1 and continuous playback, you can just start the recording using whatever your playback macro is, and then it's going to automatically play for you and grind all of those green essence stones. And on average, it's going to take you a little over 4 hours to max them out completely. So if you could check on this macro every 4 hours, go back into the lobby and then completely craft all of the different essence stones that you can make, you could pretty much get 50 of each of the colored essence stones and maxed out greens in just like 2 days or something. Definitely a good thing to do before this next update comes out. And if this video did help you out, remember to give it a like and subscribe for more helpful Anime Vanguards content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one, and peace out.